Hello and welcome to today's Bible study. Last week we heard about how the Lord has great plans for us for this coming year 2019. And we know that our God is a miracle working God. And He doesn't have any limits on all the promises that He gives us. Sometimes when we look at the circumstances, it seems like there's such a delay. We feel like things aren't working for us, or that we feel like we look at God's word and we see something in His word, but when we look all around us, it seems like everything is contrary. But in spite of whatever we feel, we see that our God is faithful. And no matter what the storms in life come, He always carries us through and is always so faithful. So for this next year, we want to really encourage you, everybody who's watching, to really hold on to the faithfulness of God. Many times it happens that, like at the year end, we feel like many times we expect things to happen within a certain time frame. So a lot of times, even I have experienced this in my life. I feel like sometimes I've set time limits for the Lord, that Lord, you should do this by this year end. And we feel sometimes it doesn't happen, so we get disappointed and we feel like, oh, the Lord isn't doing this for me. But we need to remember that even if the year has expired, God's promises don't have an expiry date. So God's promises are still the same. We might not understand the timing, but we need to believe that God is faithful. So today we have a really special guest. We have our little cousin with us. And though she's much younger than me, she's much older in the Lord. She's walked a long time with the Lord, much earlier than I have followed the Lord. So she's had a lot of experiences with the Lord, and she has a testimony to share. So today, as you listen, we pray that you will be encouraged if you're going through something hard, or if you're seeing a delay in the manifestation of God's promises for your life. As you hear this testimony, we hope that you will be encouraged, and we'll also be learning something from the Word. So we'll listen and be blessed.
Hi, as Saka said, now I'm going to share my testimony about how God did great things in my life. So from the start, I was like an average student from 6th to 8th standard. I used to study, but I was not a top scorer. I'll go to school, I will learn, and I'll come back, and that's it. And even in my Christian life, I will be going to church, I'll read Bible. I know God, and I know that He died for our sins, and I know He loves me, but I have never tasted it. Like, I know Jesus, but I have never tasted the love of Jesus. So during my end of my 8th standard, I was anointed by God, and then every day I started tasting Him. Like in each and every situation, each and every actions, everything, that even if I see a tree, or even if I see a small dog or plant or something, I used to just think how He made everything so beautifully. And then suddenly I got anointing, but I didn't pray to God that I should learn so much, I should be a top scorer or something. I didn't even ask a single word about it to God. So suddenly one day, when my teachers were announcing one small English test result, my teacher suddenly said only one student in our class has scored 10 out of 10 in 2 tests. I was like, some top scorers will be scoring, and I was just simply writing some Christian songs in my note. I have a habit of writing songs in my notebook. So I was simply writing it in my notebook, and I didn't even give a ear to my teacher. And suddenly she said Beulah, and at that time I was not even aware that I am Beulah. Okay. I'm just writing, I'm keeping on writing, and my friend is just pushing me. See, teacher is calling your name. So I stood up, and she said that she was the one to write without any grammatical error. So I was, okay, fine, something miracle has happened for a single day, and I just went off. And then another day, as I did my schooling in CBSE board examination, we had a question paper from Delhi. So at that time I was weak in maths. My parents and my brother used to just scold me or teach me mathematics, and I will be adding like 1, 2, 3. Every time I used to use my fingers to add numbers. So
I still do that. Okay.
So I don't score much in maths. Like if I score 80% in other subjects, I'll be scoring 60 to 70% in mathematics. So I never thought that at that time when we'll be having like 2 semesters for 9th standard. We'll be having like 2 semesters, and my maths teacher came and announced that Beulah got the first mark in mathematics. And from the question paper, it came from Delhi, and I got nearly above 80s. I don't remember right now, but it was above 8, and I scored class first. I was like, oh my God, something happened to my studies, and God started blessing me with His knowledge, and He gave me wisdom, and suddenly everything went on very fine. And in 10th standard public examination, I topped the school. I took school first. I was so happy, Lord, how I didn't even think that you will bring me to this. I was a normal average student. I'll be going to school, I'll be coming back, and my brother used to learn well, and my teachers would say, are you even Gideon's sister? How he used to score centum in mathematics, and you are just scoring 60. So I was like, okay, fine, no problem, and I'll be simply moving on. Later I understood that He had a correct time to bless me in my studies, and suddenly I didn't even think that before. I don't even know that when my results are out. So I was out that time. So when I came back, and when I saw the result, and my brother was really shocked. You got 10 CGPA. Like, so I was like, I thank God very much. Like I didn't even deserve this. Like so the things went on, and we had a change in board that is from CBSE to state board. So from 11th and 12th, I was like, God, as you blessed me so much in 10th standard, I still believe you, and you will help me to get a very good mark in 12th standard, and I will get a medical seat. Like I was praying so hard. My parents, everyone around me were praying for me to get a medical seat. And things went on, and even in my 11th and 12th examinations, all the other examinations, like before they used to keep some revision test and everything, I scored a reasonable and good marks, and so I was ready for my public examinations. And days came. I still remember the date, that is March 20. March 20, 2014. That was the day of my biology exam. It was my last exam. So before that, I had my physics exam. I just left 1 mark by careless mistake, and I did well in my chemistry examination. So maths exam, I was bit doubt about one sum. Like I was worried whether I did it or not, like something. So I didn't worry much about maths because I was aiming for medical seat. So I thought biology exam, if you do well, then there are high chances for me to go to a good medical college. So with lots of prayers, faith and everything, I was like, God, you gave me, without even asking, you gave me 10 CGPA in my 10th standard. So obviously you will give me a very good mark in my 12th standard, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be a Dr. Beulah Priestley. So I was like, with so much hopes, I started writing when I saw the question paper. Like I still remember that we had 7 questions in botany, so out of which we have to write 4. So actually, when I saw all the 5-mark question, I was so much happy that I knew all the 7 questions. I was like, thank you so much, Jesus, you are really great, and I thanked Him very much in the starting itself when I started writing my examinations. And after finishing, I was worried about only 1 mark. So I came to my dad and said, Dad, I did everything perfectly, and I don't think I was little bit confused about this 1 mark. And he said, okay, fine, everything went fine. And nearly for 1 hour, I didn't even, like, I was so happy, okay, we will get a medical seat, we have done perfectly in our public examination, and God has raised me from such a, I was like a fool in before this, but He has now raised me to this level. So I was thanking God, and I came back to my, So at that time, I had a habit of recalling everything. If I'm doing something, I used to recall from the first. So at that time, I was recalling my biology paper. Suddenly, I felt that I missed one 5-mark question. From out of the 7 questions, which I thought I wrote everything, I know everything, but I didn't write one 5-mark question. I just wrote only 3. I have to write 4. I wrote only 3. That's totally my careless mistake, and everything, like I started crying. Everything went off my.
Because it was a very shocking thing to you. Because you knew it, but still you couldn't try.
Right. I was like, Jesus, can't you do a simple thing? Can't you make me remind me? You have created so many things. I've done so many things in my life. Can't you just remind this one small thing? If you just even if in the last 5 minutes, even if you are given some small intuition, I'll be like, I can really write it again or something, or I can at least write the important keynotes. I thought that even if I left some 1 mark question without knowing, then that's fine. But after studying hard for such 2 years without sleeping,
after knowing the answer,
without sleeping or something, and I used to go to school by morning 5:30. I'll be going to tuition, and then I'll go to school by 7:30, and then I'll be returning from school by 7:30. Then I will pray, and then I will read Bible, and then I will go to sleep. Then I'll wake up by 1 o'clock, and then I will start my day. So it was like a very tough time for this 1 year. So I tried so much hard, and I was like, God will bless me for that hard work at least. But everything failed, and so I thought that Jesus will have some other plan for me to become a doctor. So why can't I try on some entrance examinations? So all those holidays, I thought I would be very free in holidays, but everything went opposite. So I started preparing for all the entrance examinations in my holidays, and I started preparing physics, chemistry, maths, everything from first, again from first. And then I attempted 2 entrance examination. Before the result of an entrance examination, we got the result of our board examination. So at that time, as said, I scored very good marks in physics and chemistry, but I screwed up in maths and biology. So as maths and biology were the 2 important subjects, right? So my cutoff went down. I couldn't get a good college in both engineering and medical. So everyone was upset, and I'm upset, and like, Lord, what have I done? I didn't even ask you some knowledge, and I didn't even ask you something. You itself gave me knowledge, and now you itself giving me such a bad time. If I didn't learn that much, then people won't have expectations, and even I won't have any expectation. I will be leading a normal life, and I will be going. So, but everything changed, and everyone were upset. So I expected my entrance examination results, and that also
it didn't
work out. So then my brother said one integrated course in PSG college. So when I went through the brochure, and my dad and brother was so eager to send me to that interview, and I was pleading with my mom, please don't allow them to send me. That course is for genius people. It's not for people like me. People like, when I read the brochure, they wrote like something, and I was like, I didn't even know what is computer science. How can I even go and study that? Because people who learned 11th, 12th CBSE or who were preparing for IIT examinations, they used to come and learn. Like if they
that particular course.
If they couldn't
it
get
was considered tough.
Very tough. If they couldn't get any seat in IIT, then they will keep this as a second option. Like. So they prefer this course after IIT or something. So I was like, people will be so knowledgeable, and I don't even know a ABCD of computer science. So I was like, I was pleading my mom, dad, and I was praying so hard. Jesus, I should not get into this course. If I get into this course, then 5 years I will be like,
yes,
I will.
You were scared that you wouldn't be able to do it.
But my parents fasted and prayed, and finally I got into that course. So I was attending my interview, and so interview went on fine. And actually I pretended to be preparing for the interview, but I didn't even because I thought if I go into that course, then
you won't be able to manage.
Because when I saw the brochure, everything, people are speaking about high standard mathematics and computer science. Actually, I was very passionate about chemistry. So I asked that I would do something related to that field. But when I entered the course, it didn't even have a minute thing about chemistry or physics. I allowed both subjects, but it didn't have any chemistry or physics. It's fully a blend of computer science and mathematics. So I was sitting on my first day. My HOD was giving a speech. At that time, he was saying, to shine in this course, you must have a good understanding, knowledge.
Okay.
I was like, I don't have anything of this because I don't know anything about computer science. So I came to my room, and that was the first day in my hostel too. I opened my Bible and I was reading Proverbs 2.
Okay.
So when I was reading Proverbs 2 verse 6,
For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
actually HOD was using those two words, knowledge and understanding. And when I started it, that was July 2, 2014. So I was reading Proverbs 2. So at that time when I was stuck in this verse. I was like, okay, Jesus is with me and he will help me to pass this course successfully. So I asked Jesus, I have a small prayer request. I am not asking about job or something or something. I should not fail in any of the examinations.
Okay.
Like I should not keep an arrear in any of the, from all these 10 semesters, I should clear every paper. So happily I went to next day class. So when our computer sir started teaching and people around me were answering like something. And I was like, where am I even sitting? I don't even know a single word, right? So and then we went to a lab. So at that time only I was learning how to put hash include, the basic thing in C. Suddenly one boy got up and said that I finished the whole problem sheet, like nearly 20 problems. I was starting the first problem and he finished it. So he's like, I have to compete with these people and this is not like absolute grading, this relative grading. Oh, and then I used to cry and I used to come to my room and I used to cry. I used to open my Bible, I used to cry. Then I used to close my Bible. then I used to, sometimes when my roommate is not there, I used to just cry throughout the whole night. Like if you have given me at least not if not MBBS, why can't at least you should have given me BDS, BDS or something. Or I even tried for veterinary and everything, everything related to biology, but everything failed. So now just like when if I say to my brother or parents, they'll be like, pray hard and study. So I went to my classrooms and everything was. Every time, if in case we are having internals or semester examination, I used to go to my bathroom, and when I used to shut the door and I used to cry like something. Jesus, please make me pass. If I fail, then that would be a great. I can't tolerate that too. So at that time, nearly in second semester, I had a very tough paper. Nearly half of the class failed.
Okay.
Even the students who took computer science, who came from, but I don't know. Somehow I passed.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, it's God's plan for me, so I have to keep my mouth shut and I have to do this. And then days went by and God gave me very good grades. Like I didn't even imagine that He would help me to pass in distinction. Every time He helped me to improve my CGPA. And then, so in this course, it's like 10 semesters. So we'll be having 2 internships, like one in 7th semester and one in 10th semester. Okay. So for 7th semester internships, I have to attend my interview in 6th semester.
Yeah.
So I was like, please, Lord, my 12th testimony was so bad. So I have to give testimony somehow to people. Even in my 12th standard, I was so confident that Lord would give me some good marks and so some good testimony. So I thought I even took a new dress and kept for saying testimony. Like I was so excited, but I said, Lord, I have to give a testimony somehow. So, but this thing is not so good. So please help me to get a good job in my 7th semester internship. So I started. I didn't even think that I will clear first rounds in that. Like I got placed in the 6th company. I cleared all from 1st company to 5th company. I cleared the first rounds. Every people will be shocked. My friends will be like, how can you clear the first round so easily? I'll be like, I don't know, something happening and Jesus is helping me and I'll be moving on to the next thing. And I got internship in a startup company. So I did my internship there. So at that time, I gained knowledge. That is, people around me were working in a good corporate company, but I was working in a startup company. The internship stipend and everything was comparatively low. Even people who got placed after me were getting higher salaries from higher stipends. So I was like, okay, fine, this is what God has meant for me. So then days passed on, and I was hoping that God will give me a very good job in my 10th semester.
Okay.
where I should say a testimony at least now. So because in my 7th semester I was not so satisfied, so I couldn't tell that. So then my placements time started. I was like, God, give me a job within 5 to 10 days.
Okay.
I will go and tell everyone that God gave me a job within 5 to 10 days. I was waiting for all the trouble I had for all these 5 years, God blessed me with a good job. So I was like, God will help me to clear this. But the very first company I said, last time itself God made me clear all the first rounds. So this time also He will make me clear all the first rounds. But the saddest part is I didn't even clear one first round.
Okay.
Like nearly 10 days went by and I haven't even cleared one single first round.
Okay.
People, my classmates, people started getting placed, but some other people who are left they are at least clearing their first rounds and going and they are coming back. But for me that's not the case. It's like, I didn't even ask the last time, like you should make me clear all the first round. But last time you made me to clear all the first rounds. But why not now? At least one first. I'll be praying just at least one first round, at least one first round. But everything went in. Everything I felt rejected. Every company I used to pray, I used to work hard, I used to do as much as I can, but that will end up in a failure. So at that time, the company which I did intern before, so that company came for hiring. Actually, they offered me a job before itself. But what I felt is, this is not what
Like you wanted a good testimony.
Yeah, this is not what God has meant for me. He has a great thing for my life, and this is not the end. God won't allow me to leave this college with this testimony. I'll be having a mightier testimony than this. So I was like, so that time I have to take a decision whether to accept the offer or reject the offer. So my friends told that you didn't even clear one first round till now.
Okay,
so it is better.
It's better you take that.
Better you take that offer and then you try. And so I was very confused. At that time, I was crying a lot. I used to cry a lot, but at that time I really lost everything.
That must have been very shocking for you. Because you didn't, like even in your 7th sem, like you were saying, that happened very easily.
Yeah, even some of the companies which came for 7th semester came for 10th semester.
Okay.
So in that time I cleared the first round, but this time I couldn't even clear one first round.
Same company.
In the same company.